So Lazy Madman just posted maybe a few days back a video of him playing the hardest Eden Seed in The Binding of Isaac. I also played this same exact hardest Eden Seed out there, but there is one big glaring difference between the version that I played and the version that Lazy Madman played. And that was the version of the game. I played it on Repentance, while Lazy Madman played it on Repentance Plus. So between the two versions, there are still a few things that remain the same, such as starting with experimental treatment, starting with terrible stats, the item room having tiny planet.
Get good. Just something.
That's all gonna be the same. Now, there are a bit of differences between the two separate versions that are very visible right off the bat, and one of them is being able to see the different kinds of floor generation that happens between the two versions. So you can obviously see that they look a little bit different, but kind of the same, just slightly different in the way they generate. But alongside that, there's two other key things that are different between the two versions. So one of the biggest things that's different is, yes, both versions still have a library. But in Repentance Plus, the library contains different items than it does in normal Repentance. And the other big change between the two versions is in Repentance Plus, after you clear 3 separate rooms, the room clear reward will be a Tears Up pill, which the normal Repentance version does not have at all. So some people are saying, oh, that the Repentance Plus version is harder because you can't use the black hearts from Satanic Bible. And there's another half of people that are thinking, oh, the Repentance Plus version is easier because you get a Tears Up pill. Well, fellas, that's exactly what I'm doing here to figure it out. Since I played the original Seed, I wanted to try out my hand at the Repentance Plus version of the hardest Eden Seed to see which one is actually harder. And this is how it went. Okay, so again, some mods are still on. We're playing on Repentance Plus. We're playing on hard mode, the hardest Eden start ever. And go. Okay, this looks right. Starting with experimental treatment in the jar. 1.34 fire rate, 1.53 damage. The only good thing I have is range in my speed. So, fellas, obviously, we did this before. But the one thing I didn't see Lazy Madman do in his video is he didn't go in the library. So I do want to check in there, or I think he went in there once. I do want to check in the library. I think it may be worth going in there, while Lazy Madman did not. And fellas, I don't have like a timer or attempt counter on my screen, because we're just going to do this first try. We've played this seed enough where I can do it. I can just do it. Oh, it is Necronomicon. Now, why didn't they choose to take the Necronomicon? With an Emperor's card? Okay. I'm going to use it in here. Because I'll get 2 charges back, and we should get enough charges before the boss. Got this room here. And so this room should drop the golden cartridge, which never procs on the run, but it is still a nice thing to have. And if y'all can count, I'm sure most of y'all can, it does take 5 shots to kill a single spider. That's just the way of the seed. 2. I'm very curious why Lazy Matt didn't go in the shop. Maybe he was trying to make it harder on himself. Which, you know, fuck, he may have been. Now, I did see in the video he struggled with this room a bit, just because all the jumpy guys, but you know what, fair. I don't know how many shots it's going to take to kill one of these guys, but I'm sure a few. But the reward for clearing this room should be that pill, which gives you a Tears Up and a range down, I believe it said. Like, if I can get them all clumped together like this, it's so very nice, because they all kind of travel as a pack. Now, it is scary. I do think we'll be okay on the boss, though. I mean, we'll have a charge of Necronomicon. We'll have a charge of we'll have our Empress card as well. I mean, the boss, it's not going to be easy, but it'll be... I mean, not that bad, I don't think. Did we clear the room? Okay, this should be the Tears Up. Huge. Tears Up, Rains down. This feels... I mean, it feels so much better. It's not that much better, but it feels so much better. All right, I'll try to save my Emperor. It's still going to take 5 shots. My damage didn't go up, only my fire rate, so it only still takes 5 shots. Let me not get hit by these spiders. It is very scary. It is very scary. Okay, so going to the boss... I mean, we only have 1 heart, so it is a bit scary. Okay. And if y'all don't know, the treasure room for this floor does actually contain Tiny Planet, which is not the best. We're just going to avoid the treasure room. Let's just do the boss. We have the Emperor's card, gives us a damage and speed up, and Necronomicon, so we should be fairly good, I think. Pop this right away. I think I'm going to save the Necronomicon for whenever he moves his head out, like he did before, so I can do double damage to both his head and his body. And if y'all don't know as well, every time he does that move, he does actually heal himself. You can see his health bar going back up every time he does the little, the purple light move. I'm waiting for him to split his head before I use Necronomicon. It's also just not spawning anything. Okay. So I did double damage basically by using the Necronomicon on both his head and body. And he's dead. Okay, fellas, here's your verdict. This is way easier than doing the seed on Repentance without mods on normal mode. This is the same exact seed. The only difference is I went to my library while Lazy Matman chose to not. Okay, fellas, conspiracy theory time, because, fellas, I got a theory, fellas. I got a theory. So in Lazy Matman's video, whenever he did the seed, did anyone notice how he didn't go into the library? He didn't use the Necronomicon. He didn't use the Empress card. Now, fellas, you may be thinking, why is this? Well, fellas, before I answer, one thing I didn't mention earlier is that using this seed in normal Repentance, the harder way to play the seed is to actually play the game in normal mode instead of hard mode. And that's just because of how the floor generates. You get less floors, therefore less charges on your Satanic Bible, and less pickups for you to get. So therefore, it's kind of harder overall because there are less room. Well, in the Lazy Matman version that he played in Repentance Plus, he actually played it on hard mode instead of normal mode. And he even notes in his video that he tried out the seed on normal mode, but that it was too easy, so he did it on hard mode instead. So fellas, this probably means that Lazy Matman played the seed, okay, in easy mode to try it out, went into the library, saw there was a Necronomicon, saw there was an Empress card in there, and then he actively chose not to use it when he played the same exact seed, but in hard mode, to just flex on everybody that he's just so much better. He doesn't need the resources the games are giving him in order for him to win the hardest seed in the game. But fellas, that's just a theory. So fellas, I know we all already saw me beating the seed by going to the library, getting the book, using the card and everything. And fellas, I gotta say, I tried to do it the way Lazy Matman did, where he didn't go into library. He didn't get the resources and tools the game is giving him. I tried to do it that way without any of that, and I couldn't do it. Okay, fellas, I'm gonna be 100. I couldn't do it. Okay, I couldn't get past the second room without losing my mind. When I was in the second room for a good 10 minutes, I couldn't do it, okay? And then I died in the next room anyways. Fellas, I lost my marbles. It is absolutely insane that Lazy Matman not only did that second room, which I think is probably the harder than the boss, but then he goes through and beats the rest of the seed anyways. Because, fellas, I'm gonna be 100 in real. Whenever I beat the seed, whenever I did, I'd still try to beat the rest of the game, you know, after the first floor, and then I died. I'm just not a gamer, I guess. So with all that being said, wrapping around to the original question of this video, which version of this seed is harder? Repentance or Repentance Plus? Fellas, 100%, the harder version of the seed is still on Repentance, not on Repentance Plus. But if you are crazy and absolutely nuts and bonkers and stupid and play the Repentance Plus version of the seed without going into the library, without using the Empress card, and just raw dogging it with only that Tears Uphill, I think they're both equally as difficult. They're both mind-numbingly, not boring, but just absolutely insane to do. Anyways, fellas, that's the whole shtick for the video. Hope you had a good time with me just talking about a single seed in the Binding of Isaac, really just the first floor of a single seed. If y'all want to go see me play the actual original seed in Repentance, I have a video on it right here. Fellas, if you didn't already see the Lazy Matman video I was talking about, then throughout the whole video, links in the description if y'all want to go check it out. Make sure to like and subscribe and all that YouTuber stuff. And fellas, I'll see you next time, fellas. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Okay, so I guess it turns out he just never went into the library in the first place. Oops.